G'day guys, it's Dave Tran and welcome to another GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And by request today I'll be teaching you how to play Friends by Marshmello and Anne-Marie. Now for the basics of this song you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you won't need a capo. Now if you want to master your chords back to front then be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. So let's get stuck into the main riff which is played in the verse and the pre-chorus of the song. Now this is all going to be finger-picked, so for our finger-picking basics, our thumb will take care of the 6th, 5th and 4th strings, and our index, middle and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings respectively, and they won't play any other strings other than the ones they've been assigned to. Now if you do find this verse riff too hard to play, then you can play just the chorus riff in these verse sections, which I'll teach you later, and that's a little bit easier. So this verse riff is based off of 3 easy chord shapes. We're going to start with an A minor chord shape, and this is what we're going to pluck. The 5th string, which is the bass note for this A minor, then we're going to pluck the 3rd string, 2nd string, and then 1st string. Now this is all going to be one after the other, fairly quick, and in terms of timing, it will go 1, E, and R. Now on the 2 beat, what you want to do is mute the strings. So just drop your picking hand onto the strings so that nothing rings out. So we have 1, E, and R, 2. Now in this bar, the mute is going to be on the 2 beat and the 4 beat. So for that first A minor bit, 1 E and 2 E and R. And for the next chord shape, we simply just go to a C. So that's really nice and easy. And we're going to pluck the exact same thing. So 5th string, then 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings. And then we're going to mute our strings all together on the 4 beat. So that's 3 E and R mute. And all together for the first bar we have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and For our next bar we're going to go to an F chord shape, and we're going to pluck the 6th string this time, and then the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings, and then of course mute on the 2nd beat. So it sounds like this: 1 E and 2 E and Now if this full F bar chord is too hard to play, then you can play just the easier F bar chord like this and use your 4th string as the bass note like this: 1 E and 2 E and But the full F bar chord does sound better. So after the F chord, we're then going to change positions here. What we're going to do is put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Now our pinky is going to reach all the way to the 5th fret of the 1st string. Now you're going to pluck those 2 strings together at the same time, the 4th and 1st strings. And you're going to mute that shortly after. So play it and then mute it. You can just lift your fingers up off these strings after you've played them to mute that. Or you can drop your hand onto it as well. So that plucks on the 3 beat. And then on the 4 beat, you just take your pinky finger, move it down 1 fret, and then pluck that on the 4th beat. And then again, we're going to mute it shortly after we play it. So 3 E and 4 E and in total for the verse riff, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So moving on, we get to our chorus riff. Now I'm going to start off with the easiest way of playing this chorus riff, and then I'll build up to the harder, more full version. So the easiest way of playing this chorus riff is with power chords. Now up here in the tabs you'll see the chorus riff. We're going to start with the 5th fret power chord, so index finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, and then ring and pinky on the 7th fret of the 5th and 4th strings. Now for all the chords up here, we're just going to be doing simple down strums. For this A power chord, we're going to hit it on the 1 and beat, and then on the 2 beat, we're just going to mute the strings, similar to what we had in the verse. So 1 and 2 and. Then for our next chord, we're going to a C power chord, so it's a 5th string power chord, index on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, ring and pinky on the 5th fret of the 4th and 3rd strings. We're doing the same pattern, so 2 down strums and then mute it. 3 and 4 and. And then we're going to an F power chord, so that's the 1st fret power chord on the 6th string. We're doing the exact same thing, 1 and 2 and. Now the last 3 strums of this riff are played on the end 4 end beat. The first two strums, it's on this F power chord, and then for the last strum, we just go up 2 frets, same shape, to the G power chord, and that's on the last strum. And all together, the riff will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now that's the easiest way of playing this chorus riff. Now if we want to make it sound fuller, what we can do is play bar chords and 1 open chord there and substitute them for the power chords. So for this A minor, we're now going to play a full A minor bar chord like that. For the C chord, we're now going to play just an open C chord like that. For the F, instead of just the F power chord, we're playing the full F bar chord. And then for the G, we're playing the full G chord like that. All the timing stays exactly the same. So the fuller version for this chorus will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Finally we get to the bridge, and the bridge just has 2 lines of chords here. And each chord is just strummed once. So you just need to follow the timing, which will let you know when to strum each chord. For the first line of chords, we have an F, then we have a G, then we have an A minor, and a C. So the F is on the 1 beat, the G is on the 4 beat, the A minor is on the next 1 beat, and the C is on the 3 beat. The next line of chords is similar. We have F, G, but then instead of going to an A minor, we go to a D minor, and we just hold that out. We don't go to a 4th chord in that second line. So with the timing count, this is how the bridge will sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You just repeat those 2 lines of chords for the bridge, and that's it. Now in the very last pre-chorus of the song, we don't actually use that main verse riff. What we're going to do is actually play the chorus riff with the power chords, but we're also going to palm mute it. So to palm mute, you take a fleshy bit of your palm, rest it lightly on the edge of the bridge, so when you hit the bass notes of the power chord, it just gives you that really dull sound. Too far in and nothing will ring out, too far out and you're not palm muting, so it needs to be right on the edge of the bridge. So the final pre-chorus will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now I'll be playing through the song in its entirety. I'm going to have my good friend Diana singing on top for some context. If you want to see her awesome full cover of the song, then be sure to check out her video up here or in the link in the description below. She's an amazing singer, so be sure to head to her channel and subscribe. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
When you say you love me, that made me crazy.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson. Be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. I've also started a second channel called Guitar Zero to Hero Express, where you just see the guitar covers annotated with the tabs and chords. So be sure to check that out in the link in the description below. As always, please hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the little notification bell so that you don't miss out my updates. Leave your thoughts, comments, questions and requests below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.